Hello there and welcome to the channel. Feels weird holding a camera like this, but we'll get there. So today we're going to be sorting out a pump house. We bought this property here, and yeah, we'll this pump house has been not working for about 2 years. The pump itself works, but we've got a fair bit to do to make it safe and have actual clean water for the house. It's currently on a main supply, which is really low pressure. So we need to sort the pump out to boost that pressure. So yeah, let's get in. So here we have the sort of head of the pump. So this is where the water comes out. This is the cable that feeds it. We've tested that, and the pump does actually pump out, so that's a good start. We're missing a whole load of parts. So we're down here, they've taken all these out. So we need so this is the accumulator tank, which then feeds over to the filters. That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. We have mains water that comes in here, which is on a divert at the moment, so it's getting diverted through back to the house there. And then obviously once this is hooked back up, it'll go back through there, but we won't hook it back up just yet because we've got to test the water. But we can get it all back up and running and just use it as like hose water for the grounds here. We have mains electric that comes in from over here, which is also rather a mess. You can see that down there. We're gonna give that a tidy up and make that safe as well. So yeah, what's missing? We've got a non-return valve here that's not working, so it's a double check valve that needs to go in. We've got looks like this is the pressure switch for the water to cut in and out. And I think we're going to add a pressure gauge as well, so we know what pressure it's at all the time. And I think we might add some stopcocks and then see what we're doing from there. So yeah, well, we'll catch up when we start adding those parts. So we're going to start by removing all the old electrical. It looks like it all runs on, or did all run on the floor. And put some isolators in, a proper isolator for the main incoming. And then we can kind of figure out from there. It'd be better if it was up a little higher, just because obviously this is a room that's prone to getting wet, especially if a pipe bursts. I think higher would be better. So yeah, let's start with taking all the old stuff out. Right, so we've taken out all the floor mounted electrics. Some of it looked like it had been chewed, so that's not great, but it's out now. So we've left the connection there for the pump, and now we're gonna put a proper isolator over here. So we're just doing a bit of an update of where we've got to so far. So we have, let's start from the beginning. We have put an isolator in here, and then we've just split it up here at a junction and come over to a switch fuse to do the filter, the lamp filter, and the light, although the light doesn't work at the moment, that's fine. And then we come around the other side and we've got a switch here that will go down here onto the switch pump. Yeah, the pump switch, whatever. Just going to recap what we've done so far. So we have now put a double check valve in here, and then come back down to where the feed is for the accumulator tank, and then we've put this pipe on here for the pressure switch to go into, so that'll kick the pump on and off. And then we put this little pipe here as a pressure gauge, just so we can keep an eye on the overall pressure of the whole system. And we've shifted the tank over a little, so it's gone that way. We still have to connect this back up, but we're gonna put a drain off in here as well. So we might put that down that side, just because we kind of run out of space this side. Yeah, we'll pick that up tomorrow. Okay, so we now have everything wired up. So we've got our switch going down to our pressure switch. So we've got the pressure gauge here, just telling us the pressure. So there we go, it's at just over 2 bar. I think we've got it set so the pressure switch only comes up to sort of 2.5 bar, just so we want to check for no leaks really. Yeah, we've got a hose hooked up. We'll put it on just to show that it does work. So we put that on, and then out here we've got it. And it's actually giving some pretty good pressure. I mean, 2 bars, pretty good. Guys, enough to water the plants for sure. Fill up the paddling pool for the kids, stuff like that. Switch that off anyway. And I think it'll only regen the system when it gets just below 2 bar. So you get kind of 3 or 4 minutes of running before it kicks the pump back on. For the moment anyway. We might up the whole system pressure once we're absolutely sure there's no leaks. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, so this whole shed is kind of a bit small. So ideally we'd like to put all this pipe work would be up on the wall, but it just doesn't really work in here. So what I think we're going to do is put a basin round this shed, and then just put a slightly bigger shed in, just so we've got a bit of space. So over there we want to put in the filters. We want to put the filters back in, but we want to have some space in here to kind of service the filters. I mean, see if I can zoom out a little bit. So yeah, over here we want to be able to service, like actually get around. There's not a lot of room to like squeeze in and out, and you're just knocking the pipe work every single time. So that will be in another video, I think. But we're doing good. I'm happy with the progress. But yeah, hopefully this kind of shows you guys a bit more detailed sort of view. It was hard to find anywhere online that actually had anywhere with the whole system set up, so with like the pump, then to the check valve, then into the switch, the pressure switch with a pressure gauge, just so you can keep an eye on it, and then into your accumulator, and then out. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Just a last video, or another video, just to show you how clear the water is coming out. And it's pretty cold as well. It's obviously being pumped up from underground, so it's really, really cold. I don't think I want to drink it. I don't know. I think I'm going to get it tested before we drink it.